Well, hello, welcome to our second round. You ready with your cup of coffee there? Yeah.
It's green tea, actually.
Good. Second round of the Autumn Internationals, of course. Here we are with our quick preview. My name's Nick Heath. This is Tom May, of course. And, well, a raft of games to look forward to this weekend. And, I mean, I think it's like a World Cup. I think of all of the weekends over the course of this November, this has got to be one of the strongest, right?
Yeah, there's some big matchups. You know, certainly the home nations, Wales, Ireland and England with massive games. Scotland with a game against Fiji as well. So, you know, some exciting games to come this weekend.
Yeah, there certainly are. Yeah, talking of the first one then, Italy against Georgia. I'm going to be out there in Florence commentating on that one. Looking forward to it. Yeah, it's going to be a struggle. Tommaso Allan in for Carlo Canna. Campagnaro playing at 13. Haven't had a look at the Georgian team yet, but I hope they're going to help me with the pronunciations.
Yeah, I mean, they've got some good young players, actually, the Georgians, who I would imagine would get a run against the Italians. Well, the Italians got absolutely spanked last week, didn't they? So they'll be looking to bounce back quickly from that at home. Yeah,
Conor O'Shea will be looking to get the boys doing the business at home. Yeah, Scotland against Fiji is the next one to draw our attention to then. Greg Laidlaw,
whoever Laidlaw.
Yeah, one of them. Spit it out, Nick. Yeah, he's at scrum half. He's the captain, of course he is.
We spent 10 minutes for you to go Laidlaw scrum half. Great, thanks.
Yeah, it was worth waiting for, wasn't it? And of course, Hogg's back at full back. Anything else taking your fancy in the Scottish line?
I think Finn Russell at 10. He's been sensational since his move to Racing. It's not going to be quite the same. They clearly play indoors at Racing. Murrayfield won't be the same as that. But he's certainly got something to add to that Scottish outfit.
Yeah, and then as far as the Fijians are concerned, well, 11 to 15 is quite the lineup, isn't it? Got the likes of Gonova, Vatabua, Randrandra, Talabula, Tui Thuvu.
Tui who?
To me, to you. But there's a hell of a lot of talent there.
Yeah, I'd have them in my team.
Yes, good. Where is your team?
I don't have one.
Good. England, New Zealand, of course, is the big one as far as Eddie Jones and England are concerned. It's going to be one hell of a test match at Twickenham. And do England have a sniff of a chance?
I think they do, yeah. It's going to be really tough, clearly. But you can tell by how prickly Eddie Jones was this afternoon in his press conference that they're all up for this. Yeah. It's going to be a massive test, both individually and collectively. But I'm really intrigued to see how they get on. Yeah,
good. Courtney Lawes, of course, coming onto the bench. Jack Noel is at 23. You think his dodgy Barnett's got him relegated, but of course he's a great man to come on. And Chris Ashton is the man who starts. Of course,
he's got Barnett like you.
He has currently, yeah. And Chris Ashton scored that Ash splash in 2012. Of course, came off the bench last week for cap number 40. Well, we spoke to Mark Wilson and Johnny May as well. So make sure you check out those interviews. Tom May having a chat. It was a May off, but a good chat with Johnny there. Yeah, as far as the Kiwis, we know what they bring. Damien McKenzie at the back and a hell of a back row as well.
Yeah, it's frightening, isn't it? I live fairly close to the Kiwi hotel, and I took a little walk out yesterday afternoon. Saw a few of them. They're looking pretty relaxed, looking very, very big, which I think most Test match players are at the moment. Yeah. But the fact that they can actually combine that pace and power with the kind of ball skills we see on show from the All Blacks, I think that's what sets them apart. From 1 to 23, every single one understands the game of rugby and what they're trying to do. Yeah. And I think you know, they've been touted as the best sports team on the planet, haven't they, across all sports? And I think at the moment it's pretty hard to look away from them. Yeah, check out our interview as well with Ben Franks. Of course, he talks about, you know, what the legacy would be if they went and did 3 World Cups. Absolutely ridiculous. Wales against Australia is our next focus. I mean, it's becoming a joke now. 10 years since they've not managed to turn Australia over. 13 games. Come on, boys. I mean, I think actually, if a team's going to do it, we think this could be the team. They've got, you know, an awful lot of strength in that back row. Lydiate, Tipuric, Moriarty against the likes of Dempsey, Hooper and Pocock. Yeah, and I think also me being an ex-centre, Hadley Parks and Jonathan Davis again this week, going up against Kurtley Beale and Samu Karevi in the midfield. That is earth-shuddering in terms of collisions. So whoever wins that battle in terms and gets their side on the front foot, I think they'll be in with a shout of winning that game. Yeah, Gareth Anscombe at 10, Dan Biggar on the bench. That was a big shout, wasn't it? Because I think a lot of people thought Biggar would have come back. That they would have reverted to type, but Anscombe, he was in the well, I just saw 2011 under-20 World Cup final for New Zealand. So,
well, there's a useless stat for you. Yeah, no, good. And Liam Williams on the bench as well. Josh Adams is being rewarded for how well he played during the summer. That's what Warren Gatland has said about that. So that should be a cracker. Ireland against Argentina. Ireland have named their star Jordan Lama getting his second start, of course, after that scintillating hat-trick last week against Italy in Chicago, where they did thump the Azzurri. Well,
who's your mate?
the Irish looking pretty good.
The Irish looking very good.
Yeah. And Argentina, well, they've got the likes of Creevy, Matera, Guido Petti, Ortega Decio. You're not convinced it's a particularly strong Puma side?
No, I think they can be, or have been stronger, but I think where Ireland are at the moment, they've got enough strength and depth to really worry the top teams.
Yeah.
They go up against the All Blacks next week as well, and I think everyone's really looking forward to that. They probably think that the Irish team have got a better chance than England this weekend. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're building nicely, aren't they? That Italy game, smash them, see what they do against the Pumas, and then take on the world champs. The Irish rugby side is going to be the one to watch over the next couple of weeks or so. And then concluding Saturday, France against South Africa. France, who've moved Ituria to 6, second row going to the back row, which is a little Courtney Laws-esque we might see from England. Saran and Lopez as the half-backs, and Gaël Fuku on the bench, who of course is mustard, French mustard. De Klerk, I didn't plan that, I was quite proud of it. De Klerk, Colbert 23, you like the look of, because
he was outstanding. Yeah, he's been outstanding for Toulouse in the top 14. 4 clean line breaks last week for the French side. Francois Lowe's back in. Yeah. He wasn't far from me in the Twickenham Stadium last week. Had a Guinness in hand. Good. Might have been another brand, but I don't know. Faf de Klerk and Willie Leroux, as you say, you know, getting those strong guys back. It's pretty much the same team aside from that, isn't it? And I think they'll be really looking to bounce back from. I guess they're gutted to lose that game against England, but hey, look, they did.
Yeah, okay. Just to touch back on England, New Zealand, what's an acceptable loss score for England if they're not going to win it?
Surprisingly enough, you didn't ask Eddie Jones that question.
No, I didn't.
I don't think, from his perspective, there is an acceptable loss. I think if every other fan in the Twickenham Stadium on Saturday saw a 10-point loss, they'd probably go, do you know what? We'll take that.
We'll take that, yeah. Okay, well, there you go. There's your preview for round 2 of the Autumn Internationals. Enjoy whatever rugby you are watching this weekend. We'll see you again soon.